out, and we're going to get started. So it is December 28th. Welcome to the team call. It's fun to see everybody's faces here on Zoom. We are wrapping up 2020. Yes. And anticipating a really wonderful 2021. So I asked you guys to come with a question, but before we get into that, we were just talking about the new strawberry lime margarita mix. Have any of you taken the time to do pre-orders? You know, sometimes how you put things on Facebook, because I haven't had a chance yet.
I haven't either.
Nobody yet?
I have a few.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a few as well.
Okay. Awesome. It's $11.99, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a big, yeah, I think it'll be, I can't wait to try it.
How
All
much-
right.
What are the directions?
So
How much goes in one?
for the strawberry lime margarita, a half a cup of strawberry lime margarita mix, a half a cup tequila, combine ingredients and mix well, pour over ice.
So is it like
Right.
12 servings?
So that's 4 ounces, and there's 32 ounces in
Oh,
here, and it says 8 servings per container.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I gotta get some tequila. I need to make this.
I
Yeah,
have some tequila here with me.
in Montana. Oh, I can get some. I just haven't had the chance. So anyway,
I
I'm
think it
excited.
would be good with vodka too.
Who said
Oh,
that?
yeah.
That was Kim.
Oh, hey, Kim, I didn't even see you down there. Yeah, there's a, I think that'd be good. There's a recipe for a strawberry mojito, a strawberry
ooh.
Bellini.
Ooh,
Yeah. It
you
was
had me
shocking.
at mojito.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so then the other really exciting thing, I don't know if any of you saw today, but we have a new
Yeah.
join special that starts January 4th and join for $49. So it's
Uh-uh.
called Starter Business Blast Off Kit. So we have the 49 and the 99. Any questions?
I thought there was a 49 and a 79. That's what I,
Oh, Mel, we did have a 79 deal. I think it was a 1-day sign on or
oh,
something.
okay.
But it's normally 99, and then they're gonna do the 49 starting January 4th.
Oh, okay.
So really, I think it's a great option, especially for everybody doing online parties. So
Do you know how long it's gonna be there for $49?
it's the new one now. We'll have 2 options. So 2 different ways to
Ongoing.
sign.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Any other questions in regards to that? Oh, someone's got their TV on or something. It's very practical, it sounds like. All right, so I don't know who's got that on, but you just might want to mute it just because it's,
Is that better?
you know, it's still hear it.
Okay, it's not my end then.
Okay. Yeah, someone's got a radio on or it sounds like a TV. Just mute yourself if you don't mind. Okay, so it's still on, guys. It's not me. Oh. So Mel, Alice, Sheila are the only ones that are not muted.
It's not me.
Alice. It's not Sheila. Mel, do you have something going on in the background?
Uh-uh. I have my earbuds in.
Okay, well, I just muted everybody and you know what? It went off. So what I'm just gonna ask is that you unmute yourself when you ask a question. So here's the deal. I asked, oh, and then I have a phone call. Sorry about that. I asked you to come with a question. So who has a question? Anything you can ask me, anything you've ever wanted to ask me about anything, Alice, and you just have, I think you can just unmute yourself.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a lot of ham to use up. And I looked for a lot of ham recipes for using my leftovers. And I made the a really great oven baked risotto dish tonight, but it wasn't a Tastefully Simple recipe. And so now, you know, I feel guilty if I'm not using my Tastefully Simple spices. And I can see some things I can substitute, but one of the items is fresh thyme. And, you know, so many of our spices, well, all of our spices are blended. So how do you substitute Tastefully Simple things for fresh spices or for a single type of spice?
Alice, do you mean to ask this to Jane Neighbor?
Oh, okay.
Just kidding. I'm like, I wasn't expecting a question quite like that. My initial reaction is I have no idea. When you said
Okay,
ham,
So then,
what's-
my question to you then is, how do you deal with guilt?
oh, you don't have to be guilty. I mean, like if I have leftover ham, one of my favorite recipes for my family is scalloped potatoes and ham.
Yeah.
So I might add onion to it. But, you know,
Oh.
my grandma probably, yeah, my grandma did. She probably had chopped up onion. So,
Sure.
yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Alice. There's some times where you're just not going to use Tastefully Simple. When I hear ham, I think Bayou Bourbon. But, you know, if you're using ham or anything, don't feel guilty.
Well, I'm not losing sleep over this, but, you know, it did occur to me today that I do have a slight case of the guilt when I cook something and I'm not using some of my spices,
Oh.
my Tastefully Simple spices, because I really want to learn how to make those substitutions. So if anybody has any ideas of how they substitute, I would love your suggestions.
Yeah, shout out right now if anybody has any great answers to Alice's question. You
Another
gotta- you
good
gotta
thing,
s- Oh, go ahead.
another good thing to use is the rustic herb. That is really good to use with ham
Oh,
as a
there-
Yeah,
seasoning.
I thought about that too, yes.
Good question though, Alice. Way to stump the leader.
All right.
Does anybody, what other questions do you have? Did you guys come with any go ahead, Mel.
I have a hard time asking people to have parties. I'm not shy, but I have a hard time asking.
You are not a shy person, Mel. I know
No,
that.
I'm
That's awesome.
not.
Okay, so it's a really good question, and a lot of people, I would say everybody has felt that way at one time or the other, especially in the beginning, because I think you're asking family and friends, and I think you're also thinking more about yourself, maybe. Does that make sense? Than what you can offer. So what I can tell you, Mel, and the rest of you on the call is the more you ask, the easier it gets. Does that make sense? And you just have to make yourself do it. You know, it's not something that necessarily comes naturally to a lot of people, even myself. But when you have a goal, Mel, when you tell yourself, you know what? I mean, for me, way back, I was going to do 8 parties a month, no matter what. Those are tasting parties. And so for me to hit that goal, I had to feel uncomfortable and ask people. And, you know, maybe your goal, Mel, is to do 3 online parties every month, no matter what. I'm just throwing out a number. And so when you have that goal, you'll push through that ugliness. Do you know what I mean? But if you just kind of go, I'm just going to see what happens. I don't really feel like doing it. I certainly don't want to ask because I feel awkward. Then a day goes by and a week goes by and a month goes by and you're like, well, you know what? I'm not really good at this anyway. I don't know what that Sherry Fredericks was thinking. She's got it. I don't, you know, so I guess, Mel, I would just invite you to set a goal for January. And whatever the goal is, it's your goal. And then make it happen. And then what'll happen, Mel, is the ball will start rolling and you'll just keep going. Does that help you?
Awesome. Yep.
Okay.
We went through the Montana Grizz Stadium, and they're very big. When you're walking through the stadium, there's a lot of football Grizz claws there. The one thing that did catch my eye, the secret of getting ahead is getting started.
Oh my gosh, that is so perfect. Yep, there was a quote I saw today somewhere, and it was kind of like that. It's like, you got to start. You got to
Yeah.
do something.
I just thought it was the neatest little thing. I'll probably share it to our page so everyone can see it. But it's a Grizz pod that has it. It's a Mark Twain. So I thought that was really cool.
I think I came across that same quote today, Mel. I wasn't in Montana. I was somewhere, but it was a Mark Twain quote. So it's like,
Yep.
oh, that's crazy. Yeah, well, good.
But
Yeah,
I thought it was
share
a good thing to always remember, so.
Share it, Mel. Please share it.
Okay,
And you and I can start working together more as well, just to kind of get you through get you to where you want to be
Awesome. I'd appreciate that.
when you get back. Okay.
Okay. I fly back tomorrow. Hopefully there's no bad weather.
Well,
So,
hopefully it's okay. I don't think it's,
Yeah.
who knows?
well, we fly into Texas and then to Fargo. So,
Okay. Well, they'll take care of you.
yeah, I saw that face. It's scary. Trust me.
Well, they're saying a snowstorm, but
Yeah. So,
they'll take care of you.
oh, yeah.
So,
All right. I'm putting
alright.
myself on mute.
okay. Thanks, Mel. Good question.
Sherry, I have a question.
Yeah.
Could you tell now when when we don't have a house party, what you doing exactly? How you book a party now?
Yep. So all my parties, my in-home parties were converted to online parties when COVID hit. And then I'm just booking online parties off of online parties. But when I'm reaching out to people as well, I'm not even talking in-home parties. It's like, hey, this online stuff is really working. January hosts get 40%, up to 40% more in free product. Wouldn't it be fun to try an online party? And so
Do you telling me then you are able to book a party from your online party?
I am. Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's I find that very hard. I don't know for me.
Well, how
For
many
me.
online parties have you done?
I didn't do, I don't know, 3, 4 party till
Okay.
or 5 till COVID start, because I'm very I find that very hard to switch on doing online, and because I'm not so good with computer and those things. I still struggling. How can I do my page, the Tastefully Simple page, and but whenever I try, I didn't got any response on when I was doing online party. I wasn't able to book any party from there.
Okay, so here's my advice for you on that. First of all, tell yourself you're a work in progress. Stop saying I'm bad at online parties. If I told myself I'm bad at tasting parties, I'm bad at tasting parties, I'm bad at online parties, I'm bad, you're going to start believing that. So you got to change what you tell yourself, my dear. I'm a work in progress and I will get better at this because I want this to work. Okay, so that's advice number 1. And then advice number 2, and this is for everybody here, is when you do an online party and you talk about bookings, like not your slide, but your post is talking about book a party, your host earns more free product. That's like a commercial, but then you got to go to the next step. You need to ask the host, hey, who amongst your friends might want to host a party? And then I private message every single person that's ordered. And that's how I'm getting my party. So everybody, say you had a party and 10 people ordered, I private message those 10 people, thank them for ordering. And wouldn't it be fun if you had an online party? I'm booking in February. These are the dates. Give them like 2 options. What do you think? So there's some advice for you.
Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, that's good idea. I didn't think about that.
That's okay.
See,
It's just like in-home parties. If I think of me at an in-home party and I talked about it, you know, let's face it, not everybody listens and not everybody watches every single post you have in an online party. So I always got success when I asked them individually. So you have to do the same thing. You're just doing it virtually.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Good
And also,
question.
are you still sending the host the food kit?
Ah, that's another good question.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not.
I was thinking how good be if I send to host and host, do you know, on actually when it's party going on, host telling us how it's easy to prepare and how it's tasty about the food what I send her to prepare.
Nope, I do not. It's a good thought, but I do not send them a party food kit. I don't think it's economical.
Yeah,
So what
know.
I do, and I'll do a training on this, not tonight, but I send them a folder, and in the folder, there's 2 samples, and there's catalogs and order forms, and it costs me $3 to mail it. So they do get something. I don't have it in front of me, but I do think for them to have a catalog and a couple items to sample, like the citrus herb or a couple of the newer things. But you got to keep it under, like I said, I'll do a training on this. You have to keep it under a certain weight. Otherwise it goes way up in price. So, all right, my dear. Well, good questions. We're going to open it up just to a couple more people. And then
Okay.
if there's time at the end, you can ask more. So those are really good questions.
And Sherry, just could I ask? Can I have a talk with you?
Yes, let's.
You know, sometime after the New Year or.
Yep, we will set something up.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You good questions, my dear. Thank you. All right. Does anybody else have a question that they want to ask the leader? Katie, anything?
I'll ask.
Okay, Elaine, you go, girl.
Anything on the planners?
The planners? What do you mean?
The ones that we earned?
Do you mean the calendar and the calendar?
You could earn the calendar and the planner. I earned the planner.
I got mine a long time ago.
Oh, okay, I'll look into it.
Okay. Okay. I was like, yeah, I got my calendars hanging on my wall and my planners over there somewhere. Yeah. So I don't know if, yeah, you better do a live chat or yeah, email
Yeah.
Tastefully Simple.
You have to add it to a consultant order.
Did you know that, Elaine? Did you hear what Rebecca said?
Yeah, I would go in there once in a while just to check. Like make a fake order, because that's how other things have come. So I haven't done that for a while, so I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Good question. That was an easy one to answer. Sheila, you got a question? Oh, you're on mute, sweetie. She's okay, I guess. I can't read her lips.
Oh, here I am.
Oh, here
Here
you
I am
are.
Like, okay, where's the button? I'm falling asleep. No, I'm not. I was going to ask how you were promoting January parties, but I already got some good ideas from someone else's questions. So
Oh, excellent.
how about
And I
this with my team. So
say that again, Sheila.
I'm going to do a booking blitz with my
Your team.
team for January parties.
Perfect. I would add that because online parties can happen like tomorrow. I mean, not ideal, but in a couple days, you know, it's not like it was when we only did in-home parties where like you didn't want to bug anybody till after the new
Right.
year.
Yeah, I'm
And-
going to do it January 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, but an online party, there's really no reason not to. It's just a numbers game. I know that sounds so cliche, but you just tell your people, Sheila, you know, make a list of 25 people to reach out to. A lot of newer consultants or even some seasoned consultants think if they ask 3 people and they get 3 no's, that this just
They're
doesn't
done.
work, you know? So a lot of times when I'll ask somebody, well, how many did you ask? And they'll kind of sheepishly admit that it was a very few amount of people, but they let those no's bug them. And so then
Yeah.
they stopped asking. And
I'm
honestly,
gonna-
you get, oh, I was just saying, honestly, I do Facebook message. I do call sometimes, but not anything like I used to do. I mean, I was such a huge believer in the phone, you know, and you do get really good success with that because you can kind of read what they're saying. Do you know what I'm saying? But I would say this, since COVID hit, I'm behind this dang screen, just like we are tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna try private messaging everyone who ordered from my November and December parties.
Yay.
That'll
Perfect.
be a long list.
That'll be a really
But-
long list, Sheila. You had an awesome month. And I would just, awesome couple months, I would give them like 2 choices. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be fun? And here's what I'm booking. You know, so they can come back and say, oh, I'll take, you know, January 3rd or what? I know that's not what you're
Oh,
gonna
good
offer,
idea.
but give them the choices. And then if you haven't heard back from them, I mean, you could always follow up and say, you know, is there a better month that works for you? I mean, that's up to you.
Okay.
But do remember sometimes, I mean, aren't you guilty of, you know, looking at a private message and you absolutely do not have time to get to it, but you look at it and then you never get back to it. So I always think if you do follow up in a week and say, oh, maybe another month would be better, it's okay. You're not being like pushy.
Right.
And then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I wasn't gonna get back to you. Or haven't you ever bumped into people, I know I have, that said, oh, Sherry, I do want to book something, but I just didn't get a chance to get back to you.
Yeah.
So don't be too defeated if you send out 10 private
Right.
messages and for some reason you get 0 responses.
Yeah.
And the other thing is give yourself some time. Sometimes it takes a couple days. You know what I mean? Like if you send it on a Friday, you might not hear back from them until Monday.
Sure.
So
Okay.
good luck.
Thanks.
Rebecca, do you have a question or are you just,
Put my light back on.
oh,
But,
okay.
I guess my first question is, how much do you know about the margarita mix? Like, I know it's limited time right now, but do you have any hints about? Oh my God. Any hints about the new catalog? Like, is it going to be in there?
I have no idea.
You do too.
No, I really don't. I have no idea about the new catalog.
So
I
did
do-
anybody do the Simply Direct mailing yet? No, so I did mine, and if you go through the steps, you'll see the back of the catalog, and it does look like that there's some type of a drink on the back catalog.
Hey, that'd be worth it just to do one. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's a
looks
really
like that.
okay. And I thought it was
Maybe.
kind of weird that they brought it out in January. I mean, it seems like a really good like Cinco de Mayo or summer thing. I'm
Right.
like, really? If you're
Spring,
trying to lose
summer.
weight, you're not having a
I
margarita.
bet it's in the catalog.
I bet it is too. That'll be
Okay, then
good.
my other question is, and this is for anybody that does online parties, but is there anything you're putting in your January slides like different than what you did? Obviously, fall, winter was focused on gift giving. Like I know obviously the $49 thing and things like, and weight loss or healthier eating, but any ideas, any things you've thought of that you're gonna try?
That is a fantastic question. And I honestly have taken some time off, so I haven't worked on my January parties yet. But my first thinking is, the 14-day reset and then what's the 5-day reset called?
Win the week.
Win the week. Yeah, win the week. And then they have added a lot of new things to social sharing. Have you looked at that lately, Rebecca? Because I'm wondering if there's already some cool things in there.
I was just on there to get my week set up. That's kind of what I do while I listen. It keeps me productive. The $49 stuff and then the margarita stuff, but I guess I didn't go through. I mean, a lot of the posts for this coming week were the low carb, low cal, clean eating meals.
Right.
So
Right. Okay.
pictures of those.
Yeah. Anybody else have any great ideas for the rest of us? That was a great question, Rebecca.
I have one more question. If somebody else don't have any, I can wait till somebody.
Sure, go ahead.
How are you dealing with the people who are not on Facebook? How have a party with them?
How am I marketing my Tastefully Simple to the people that are not on Facebook?
Yes.
I suppose in an email. I guess I haven't really thought about it. Do you have a bunch of people that aren't on Facebook?
Yes, I have quite a few.
Well, you can still do, I mean, I did in November an old-fashioned catalog party where the gal got a folder with catalogs and she didn't do a Facebook party. She didn't want to. And it was like $900. So she just did it the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that. So good question. Maybe you want to do like Sheila was talking about the special mailing. Maybe you want to mail some of those people an actual new catalog. I mean, Sheila, when do those come out? I suppose February 8th, because when the new catalog comes out.
I can't remember when the shipping date of those were, but I think we have to have the order in like fairly soon.
I think so too. And you know what? Speaking of that, it makes me think of our deadline of January 4th for recognition for our virtual Lead Strong. Just raise your hand if you're planning on participating in the virtual Lead Strong.
I'm still not sure, but kind of.
Yeah, it's $49 for those of you that haven't registered. If you want to be recognized or you want the amenities, and what are the amenities? It's some of the spring, summer, and then usually some trinkety thing that you will have in your home when that goes on. Do you know what I mean? But if you don't want to spend the $99, then do the $49 because the training will be available for a month. And then you can order the new spring, summer product February 8th. So you're on this call tonight, you're here for a reason, invest that $49. If you don't want to do it January 4th, you don't have to if you're not worried about being recognized. You could wait until payday, the middle of January, whatever, or go do an online party, use the proceeds to pay for the $49. We have a new VP of training. Her name slipped my mind, but I guarantee you that this is going to be, that $49 will be well worth your investment. So, all right. So I kind of got off on a bunny trail there, but anything else? We have 1 minute left.
Hey, Sherry.
Oh, Kim, yep.
Hey, with the $49, the new join kit, how are you thinking about promoting that? Are you going to start with the $49 or start with the $99 and move down? What are
I
your
don't care.
thoughts?
I would start with $49. I don't really care what if they do $49 or $99, I do not care. I was talking to Kim Leopardo today and she said, you know, when they see there's two options, they might go, oh, I could do $49, but the $99, look at everything I get. I get 2 host kits, I get all this product. I'm, free shipping. Either one is free shipping, by the way.
Right.
But they might go, you know what, that really looks like a better value. So I'll just give them the option, Kim. I don't really care what they do. But for some people, $49 sounds a heck of a lot better than $100.
Sure.
And I think they'll be like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. I can show you how to basically sign up for free because $49, you do your $250 in 2 weeks, you're going to get a $50 bonus. There you go.
Good point.
Yeah. So good question.
I just wondered.
No, it's a fantastic question. So Mel, do you have a quick one? Oh, you're just moving around. Okay, you guys, well, I'm gonna end this, and if anybody wants to stay on, they can. Otherwise, I'm gonna stop recording. Do you want to stop